What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play The Legend of Zelda The Wind Waker HD! In the last episode, I was killed by one of those bombs right in front of the Forsaken Fortress. And, okay, I'm going to just say that we're here to blow this up, so I don't want to die, so let's just go straight... Since I don't really lose anything in this case, I do spawn right in front of the Forsaken Fortress. Excuse me. You know what, it's okay. I found it good for laughs. It was good for kicks, but you know what? This is no time for joking. This is no joking matter because inside the Forsaken Fortress, as you guys know, is our little sister Errol, so we need to make haste and move. We need to save her, and I don't know why the swift sail is slowing down. It's not so swift in this case. Why is it slowing down? Ganon has likely been made aware of our little incursion already. Yeah, if the cannons going off, you know, weren't enough. But you have the Master Sword. That sword shall shine in the darkness, casting back evil. With it in your hands, none can keep you from rescuing your sister. Oh man, don't you love it when the intros or the opening of Let's Plays are as terrible as this has been so far? But now that we've got our sword, we are not so terrified of being caught in the spotlight anymore. You know what? I can just do this. I can do this. And if the spotlight would actually shine on me, see? And nothing would happen. Actually, now the spotlight's not even following me around. I'm surprised they don't give much care to the fact that I'm just wandering around their fortress, but I say that right before Phantom Ganon appears, so scratch that, scratch everything that I've said so far. Now, for those of you guys that have played Ocarina of Time, this boss fight might look a little familiar because it is very, very reminiscent of the boss fight, or the first Ganon fight in Ocarina of Time. As a matter of fact, it's very reminiscent, I think, of Phantom Ganon, because Phantom Ganon is also in Ocarina of Time. So that's probably that's probably a safe assumption that Phantom Ganon's fight in Ocarina of Time is very similar to Phantom Ganon's fight in this game. I could be wrong though, because I remember that Phantom Ganon's fight in Ocarina of Time had to do with paintings and all of that and choosing the right one. He would enter and exit certain paintings and you had to know which one he would come from. So I am not entirely sure as to what that fight looked like. I have forgotten. Oh man. Oh man, are you kidding me? Do I need to spawn? Do I spawn outside the Forsaken Fortress again, or will it be so kind as to let me spawn within the Forsaken Fortress? Because that is what I would prefer. Thank you very much, game. Thank you. Thank you. That's very good. That you listen to me. That you heed and that you obey. My voice cracked when I said heed. But anyway, this is Phantom Ganon round 2, ladies and gentlemen. I will not mess this up as badly as I did earlier. And I love playing tennis with this. Of course, the recurring joke with this boss fight with Phantom Ganon is that, you know, it's tennis. It's like tennis, you know? And it's so funny. It's just so funny. I don't think my sarcasm's appreciated right now. I don't think it's appreciated here or anywhere else for that matter, so I'm just going to fight and kill this guy. You actually don't kill him, unfortunately. I probably shouldn't have said that. That was like a big spoiler, wasn't it? Oh, wow. I missed that. How did I miss that? Link, how did you miss that? That was golden opportunity for you to land a blow on this Phantom Ganon. Man, and I think that those balls of energy is what I'm trying to say. I think that they do a lot of damage, so I really do not want to get hit by one of those. It only makes sense when you think about it, because remember the cannonball that killed me at the beginning of the episode? Oh, it only does 1 heart of damage? What? But the bombs outside the Forsaken Fortress, those cannons do 2 hearts of damage. But, okay. I won't complain. I'll just go along with it, game. Haha! You cannot best me. I am the hero of the winds. Okay, well, he's not really dead, so he probably still has a chance of besting me. Listen to that creepy laugh. That creepy laugh. That really is Ganon. You know just from that laugh that this is Ganon that we're dealing with. Or Ganondorf. I mean, they call him Ganon in this game, even though he's not in his monster form, but if I remember correctly, in many other Zelda games, in many games past, I think Ganon was used to refer to his beastly form, but I could be wrong, I don't entirely remember that. But here we have the Skull Hammer. This mighty hammer can break things and pound obstacles into the ground. Some enemies can even be stunned by the shockwaves it causes when you pound the ground with it. So now would be a good time to test it on these little guys, because you can hear them, they're coming, they're coming, they're coming. Let's see if it shocks them. Okay, I meant to hit the ground and to try to see if the shockwaves would get him and all, but you know, I really didn't mean to blow him away like that with my hammer. And it turns out that if you do reveal yourself in front of the spotlight, or in the spotlight, that they'll start shooting bombs at you. And it's funny that I tried to— whoa, these rats have bombs! No, chill out, guys! These guys need to, like, chill. They're flat out throwing bombs at me. That is crazy, that is insane. And you know what would really help? If I just used my boomerang. That could really speed up the process a bit. Do I have— and I was at Windfall Island in the last episode, but I didn't bother to give Lenzo the fire flower that would give me the colored Pictobox. And here we have— whoa, take it easy. The Moblin can't get me, haha. Is this the first time that we've seen— no, this isn't the first time that we've seen brown Moblins since the last Forsaken Fortress visit. And I say that because we did see two actually, on Outset Island. And it looks like there's really nowhere else to go. Well, we could go through that door, but I know that this is the right way to go. I remember the Forsaken Fortress. This is the— oh! Bad, bad, bad. These last two episodes have been really bad when it comes to staying alive, which is really ideal in a game, if you ask me. Staying alive is something that I want to do whenever I play a game. I have not been faring so well in these last two episodes, but I want to fix that starting now. Oh, that is brutal! Oh! That was brutal just now, how those rats were blown up. That is a little too much for the kids, if you ask me. Nintendo, did you ever consider how rats blowing up like that is a little too much for the kids? That's stuff of nightmares right there. Of course, that's a joke. The stuff of nightmares are the— ooh, ouch, spiky, barbed switches and all of that. Oh, there is an arrow stuck in his abdomen. And he's just looking for his staff right there, but I'm going to continue to mess with him like this. Shoot him in the butt. Shot him in the butt. And like I said, I don't like using that word. I shot him in the behind. I shot him in his bottom. But thankfully the arrow just, you know, hit his cheek and all. It didn't actually go inside his bottom. That would be very painful. And that is a very nasty image. I'm sorry that I implanted that in your guys' image. In your guys' minds. That doesn't make sense. Implanting that in your guys' image. It's like I went into your Photoshop file and then put an image of a Moblin there. That's what I totally meant. That's totally what I meant, guys. Remember how last time we were here, we were so cautious about getting caught, but now that we have the Master Sword, getting caught isn't such a big deal. As a matter of fact, I would approve getting caught because— and this is just me personally, I really enjoy fighting Moblins and really enemies that have some level of skill. Fighting rats are just annoying because they just run around, and as with the rats here, they throw bombs at you. This is the Floor Master, and I apologize if that yell scared you guys, but in all fairness, the Floor Master scared me. That guy is absolutely terrifying. Now, I said that I know where I'm going, but I'm not entirely sure. We're here. We don't need to take out our map, our dungeon map, because we can just take a look at that. So, let's go down this way. I'm going to ignore the Moblins, because I'm really low on health right now, and what's important right now is staying alive. Whoa! Whoa, goodness, they're like the Beamos. Like the Beamos in Tower of the Gods. I almost forgot the name of the dungeon, and we just completed it, and I'm already forgetting the name of the dungeon. Look at these bunk beds. There's 3 of them. In all honesty, I've never seen a bunk bed with 3 beds in my life. At least not in the real world. And I heard a Bokoblin or a Bokoblin. I still don't know how to properly pronounce that. By the way, I think you guys might remember, but I think it was 3 episodes ago, I spoke about Link's best friend from Ocarina of Time, and you guys know her name as being Saria. But for the longest time, I have pronounced it as Soraya. So I'm really not sure what is the proper way to pronounce her name, but I'm pretty sure it is Saria, because that's how most people pronounce it anyway. Let's see if I am headed in the right direction. Where do I even want to go? I think I'm headed in the right direction. This looks right. Now, I know that there's a heart piece now that I think about it. There is a heart piece that I can get. Maybe I will get it. I've got time, right? I've still got time. No, I did get that heart piece already. I remember. I was thinking back, like way back at the beginning of this Let's Play, and I remember mentioning how there was a heart piece here. I just wasn't entirely sure whether or not I had gotten it already, or if I had just left it there and assumed that the future me would get it later on, but I'm the future me of the past me, if you know what I mean. Oh, that is brutal. This skull hammer is brutal. Really, whenever in anything, whether it be a video game or a movie or a television show, if you attack your enemies with a hammer, that's brutal, because you're gonna do some major damage to that person's skull. Oops, I shouldn't have taken out, I shouldn't have removed the what's it called? The skull hammer. What am I doing? They placed all of these, I guess the best thing to call them would be barbed switches, or these barbed things in the middle of the room so as to prevent intruders from messing them up in the future, but I guess it would have helped if they didn't provide me with the skull hammer after I defeated Phantom Ganon. You know, Phantom Ganon, that's silly of you. You go ahead and construct all of these things that can only be removed by using the skull hammer, and then you provide me with the only tool that will allow me to sneak in your base. That's silly if you ask me. Oh, I remember this place. I remember sneaking inside the barrels, or with the barrels, excuse me, but we don't need to worry about that anymore, as I said. We've got the Master Sword. I wonder if it does double damage, because I know it does for sure increase your attack damage, or damage that you do on enemies, but I'm just not entirely sure by how much of a factor it is increased by. And these guys or that one guy. You know what? You deserve this. Oh, there's two of them. I was right. There were more than one of them. Or there was more than one of them. Oh, kids, grammar is important, you know. Smash! Smashed it. And the good news is we can just use our Deku Leaf to... Oh, okay. You can use your Deku Leaf if you would just point the wind in the right direction first. Would you go away? Please. I'm trying to save my sister here. It's kind of rude for you to get in the way of something like that, you know? If your sister were kidnapped, little creature, would you appreciate it if I tried to get in your way and tried to poke you with those little staffs that you have? I do not want to say that these guys are cute. Little does not always mean cute, and I know that, I guess people know that already. It's just kind of stating the obvious here, and I really hope that these guys don't start shooting bombs at me. You know, it would be a disaster if they did start shooting bombs at me, and then while I was flying across that gap with the Deku Leaf, they shot me down, and I fell all the way down there. Now, you guys were probably guessing that I was jinxing myself by doing that, but nope. Here I am on the other side, and it looked like that little guy had Heelys too. Haha, I squished him, did you see that? Wait a second, if you smash them like that, they don't die? They just get squished? Are you serious? Are you kidding me right now? Are you joshing me? You're saying that they don't die? They just get squished? I talk like it's such a big deal when really it's not. Ooh, Link's cautious. He's playing it safe. Very good. It's a good thing that Link learned from his last mistake. Big brother! You're okay! Voice crack. Again, these past few episodes, my voice has been cracking pretty bad. Pretty badly. Because it's an adverb. So, adly. Hi. The cell won't open that easily! I love the music that plays when the pirates first appear here. And just their pose. I don't know. It's kind of anticlimactic. But I think the way that they showed the pirates just now wasn't meant to be like so serious, more as, yeah, the pirates are here, that's awesome. I swear, do you even realize that we had to draw that monster bird off for you? It was about to come flying in here after you again. And that's totally what Tetra's voice sounds like. I like Link's expression right now. He's all like, what are you looking at? What are you looking at, girl? That sword! Where did you get that? And she's so shocked. Are you? Is it even possible? How could it be? So she seems to have some idea of what this sword is. Well, never mind about that. For now, we'll just take these girls. I'm sure their fathers back in town will pay a handsome reward for their return. And here we go, touching moment, cute touching moment! Errol's so cute. Oh, I'm so sorry to interrupt such a heartwarming reunion. But, isn't there still something that you need to take care of? You're right, Tetra, I'm sorry, I was just so happy to see my sister. We've got this. If you're worried about your sister, don't be. I promise I'll deliver her safely back to your little island. Normally I'd expect a huge reward for something like this, but this time it's my treat. Listen, Errol, your brother has some things to take care of. Big, important grown-up things. Don't talk to her like she's a little kid. Well, she is a little kid. Okay, whatever. But big brother... Miss Tetra, we have to hurry. The bird will be here any second. Gonzo, excellent. You're just in time. Take this one for me. Huh? But she's fine. Just do as you're told. And Tetra, I made Tetra sound really harsh just now. Just do as you're told! Big brother! Big brother! I feel like my voice acting is a correct portrayal of these characters. A correct depiction of what these characters would sound like. ShdwjGaming will be back. I swear it. Wait, she'll be back here? Or we'll just see each other again? Because you're going to drop off those two girls at Windfall Island and drop off my little sister at Outset Island. And here is the return of that bird. We haven't seen this bird since, I believe it was since the last time we were here at the Forsaken Fortress. But really, there's not too much to worry about here. We just need to make sure that we keep moving and that we don't stop. Although it's very interesting because there are bokoblins that we will run into while making our ascent. But you want to make sure that you move quickly because the last thing that you want is to fall down there as the water rises. And oh, the poor bokoblin, did you see that? I'm alternating between pronunciations here of bokoblin and bokoblin. Link is always on time, you know. Did you hear that? That's the sound of an enemy attacking, and I think that the bokoblin was struck by the claws of this giant bird. Now, I'm not really sure what the name of this giant bird is. Maybe you guys know, please leave it in the comments because I am legit not sure what the name of this bird is. And here, even though he blocks the way, he is intimidating, yeah, but your skull hammer will be more than enough to take care of this bird. At least for now anyway. If the bird died from that skull hammer, that would be a little lame and a little anticlimactic, but speaking of anticlimactic and being lame, this is where I'm going to need to conclude the episode for today because we've been running for quite some time now, so of course, as always, if you liked the video, please go ahead and feel free to hit that like button and even share with your friends. It would really help in growing my channel. And if you would like to see more from me, please go ahead and feel free to hit that big red subscribe button to see more from me later in the future. So, I will see you guys in the next episode. So until then, take care.